As I said in my last video, jumping from iPhone to Android is no longer tough to do in 2026. It's actually pretty simple. The not so simple part is trying to live without some of the features that I miss on Android whenever I jump to iPhone. Let's talk about some of those. Now, my Android device of choice at this very moment is the Pixel 10. One I really miss whenever I jump from Android over to iPhone is the Material U3 Expressive theming system that Google released with Android 16. Now, it's not just an overall color rescheming like it may look. There's actually new physics involved. Whenever you clear a notification, it'll make the other ones kind of jiggle and bounce around with it. If you scroll all the way to the top, you kind of see like an elastic stretching and a bouncing. Those little very small features and changes to the UI makes it feel more alive, more expressive, if you will. Over on iOS 26, the best you can get is just tinting your icons one solid color. And while it looks good and you can choose a color in your wallpaper, it's nowhere near as extensive as Google has with Material U3 Expressive. Now look, I like Siri. I respect Siri as the first virtual assistant that we had in our pocket, but Siri is not the best. I hate being like, hey Siri, what's the weather for the next 5, 6, 7 days? And it's a gamble if I'm gonna get an answer, or if I'm gonna get I can't help you with that, or if I'm gonna get a working with ChatGPT. However, with Android, Gemini is solid. You can get future forecasts, you can get a lot of different information. It's smarter, conversationally aware. It's just leaps and bounds ahead of Siri, and I miss that being the default assistant whenever I have my phone. Yes, I'm aware you can download Gemini on the iPhone. It's not the same. It's not the default. I have to actually open the app in order to use it. And yes, I could set a Siri shortcut in order to launch Gemini whenever I say, hey Siri, launch a Gemini, but those extra steps I don't feel like going through, which is why I miss it being the default on Android. Less friction, better product, happier days. Apple has stumbled, fumbled, and dropped all the bags in the AI game, but Google hasn't. And Google has introduced a lot of useful AI features into the Pixel series. I know a lot of people are tired of talking about AI. However, features such as adaptive vibration, which literally changes the strength of the vibration of the phone based on its environment. So if it's in your pocket, it'll vibrate a little bit harder so you can feel it. If it's on a flat, hard surface, it will vibrate a little bit softer so it doesn't scare the living daylights out of you like some of my old phones have. There's also AI theft features, where in some places, if you're on your phone, it's a strong possibility you just gotta get your phone snatched right out your hand. So Google basically sat back, did some AI wizardry, and was like, okay, if your phone moves too quick, too abruptly, lock the phone down completely. So now the thief has a phone in their hand they can't do anything with because it's been locked down automatically. Pretty useful, very useful. It's not the standard writing tools that every other device has. This is a useful feature. There's also scam protection in both messages and during phone calls, which is extremely useful, especially in this day and age of AI and scammers getting better and better with it. So as I said, a lot of people are probably tired of AI. AI fatigue is real, but Google has some legitimately useful AI features that they have introduced and put into the Pixel line. I miss having a fingerprint scanner. I know that seems really small, and a lot of people are probably like, Face ID is much better. And in a sense, yes. However, on my Android phone, I can have Face Unlock along with fingerprint unlocking. It's the flexibility that I love, and it's the flexibility that I miss. If my phone is on a table, I want to just be able to use my thumb to unlock my phone. If my phone is in my hand, I want it to be able to unlock just via my face. And while Face Unlock is not as robust or maybe even secure as Face ID is over on the iPhone, is good enough to keep someone who doesn't look like me out of my phone. So I like the flexibility. Yes, Face ID is cool, but I really wish the iPhone still had Touch ID. Touch ID was one of the original fingerprint scanners on mobile phones that was amazing, and when it came out in the iPhone 5S, it almost literally changed the game in terms of biometrics. So I would love to see Touch ID come back on all iPhones in the power button under the screen. Hell, you can put it on the back, on the Apple logo, which would be kind of cool. I don't care. I miss Touch ID. Bring that back, couple it with Face ID, give iPhone users some flexibility in how they unlock their phone. That's all I'm saying. And this last one, kind of up in the air one, I miss Gboard. Yes, you can download Gboard on the iPhone. Do you know when the last time was Gboard was updated on the iPhone? Wild guesses? About 3 years, maybe 4 years at this point. It's been a long time, and we need that update. On Android, because Google makes Gboard, obviously it's up to date, and it has all the nifty features that are really useful, like an undo and redo button. I missed that. Better autocorrect, better text prediction, better swiping, a lot of just better everything. And yes, some people might say, but Google's taking all your information. They're doing this. Maybe. And that's something I'll live with, because Gboard is just a better typing experience than what Apple offers on the default keyboard. And I love Gboard, but I don't want to install it on my iPhone because third-party keyboards are just a mess on the iPhone. All right, now it's your turn. Let me know what features you miss when and if you jump from iPhone to Android or Android to iPhone. Let me know what you missed down below in the comments. And once you're finished with that, check out this video right here to see the features I miss whenever I jump to Android from iPhone.